What's happening, everybody? On today's show, we are recapping day 3 from SEC Media Days as we hear from Nick Saban, Sam Pittman, Mark Stoops, and Billy Napier. We'll give you some of the takeaways, what they had to say, and our conversation sitting down with Alabama outside linebacker Dallas Turner and Arkansas running back Rocket Sanders. Locked On SEC starts right now.
You are Locked On SEC, your daily podcast on the Southeastern Conference. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
And what's happening, everybody? Welcome into Locked On SEC. It's great to have you guys along. I'm Chris Gordy. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, covering your team every day. All right, let's jump into it. Let's go around the conference.
Boots out to the right. Takes the handoff. What a catch!
Around the conference.
And we start with Nick Saban, who hit the podium first this morning. And, of course, he still isn't ready to name a starting quarterback for the Crimson Tide this upcoming season. He did talk about the competition, said none of the 3 quarterbacks, Tyler Buchner, Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson, have separated themselves at this point. He also told reporters he's not in any hurry to name a starter. Of course, Tyler Buchner transferred in from Notre Dame earlier this offseason, and Jalen Milroe, Ty Simpson made some nice plays in the spring game, also made some poor ones as well, but you got to think Tyler Buchner, he is most familiar with that system with his former OC at Notre Dame, Tommy Rees, coming over to Alabama. So who has the leg up? We will find out in the coming weeks. But Milroe, of course, was Alabama's primary backup last season and made some nice plays with his legs at times and some nice throws, but still a very open quarterback competition. Alabama will open against Middle Tennessee on Saturday, September 2nd. Now, Nick Saban went on to say he doesn't believe in expectations when it comes to Alabama. During his opening statement, he said that expectations are in some way a premeditated way to create disappointment. If we're all expecting this and we don't achieve it, well, then it feels like we failed. He's got a point there. A lot of people feel like Alabama underachieved last year going 10-2, but nonetheless, you get where he's coming from. He also publicly addressed the departure of former defensive coordinator Pete Golding, who left for Ole Miss this offseason. He said, look, everybody needs to make their personal choices and decisions about where they think they can best develop their career. Pete did a great job for us. I like Pete. He improved every year for us in terms of how he did his job, which I was pleased with. He chose to leave for personal reasons or whatever reasons. There was a better opportunity for him to go someplace else, and that's his prerogative, and we wish him well. So Nick Saban and Alabama looking to bounce back from last year. Also at the podium on Wednesday was Sam Pittman and the Arkansas Razorbacks. And Sam Pittman talked about his running back Rocket Sanders being fast and now up to 240 pounds, putting on a little weight. But Pittman said that Sanders' character is something that also makes him a great player as well. Yeah, they had a move, or Sanders' earlier move from slot receiver to running back has become a success because of who he is, Sam Pittman said. He said his work ethic, he's just an incredible guy. Sanders, of course, last season played in all 13 games, became one of the best running backs in the country, not just the SEC, over 1,400 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. Also, A.J. Green, a very capable backup there as well. Really good player with Rashad Dubinion and Dominique Johnson. Some good running backs back there for Arkansas. Sam Pittman said, Rocket Sanders just never had the confidence, prior to last season, and he really went out there and showed it. Also at the podium on Wednesday, it was Florida head coach Billy Napier, who talked about his new quarterback, Graham Mertz, coming in from Wisconsin, and he said, look, I've been very impressed with Graham. Went through an extensive process to make that decision. I think Graham's an accomplished player. More importantly, I've been impressed with the person and the leader that he is. He said this guy has an incredible motor and work ethic. He's in the building, and he's fanatical about his preparation. So I think that has helped the competition. I think it's caused Jack Miller to try to step up and respond. Mertz has 2 years of eligibility. They're for 2,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 picks last year. Averaged 178 through the air. Napier also mentioned Jack Miller has had a strong offseason, and Max Brown had a good summer too. But a lot of people expecting Graham Mertz is going to be the guy. Lastly, at Kentucky, it was Mark Stoops hitting the podium, and one of the things he talked about was Liam Cohen's return to Lexington, coming back as the offensive coordinator. And when asked about Stoops, or when asked about Cohen coming back, Stoops said it was a no-brainer, especially considering he recruited what could be the best wide receiver room in Kentucky football history, and it's a really good room. He also talked about quarterback Devin Leary. He said he hasn't quite garnered the buzz that Will Levis did in the past, but he said it could be a good thing because it won't bring on expectations, the expectations that Will Levis had last year for him. Hopefully that doesn't fall on Devin Leary. He said, Devin, what I love about him is he's just one of those guys. He's from New Jersey, kind of puts his head down, goes to work, has leadership qualities that you're looking for, but it's really not forced. He just goes out there every day and really works extremely hard. So there you have it. That's what Mark Stoops had to say. Now, one other note here to throw in, Greg McElroy, he threw in a prediction on who will ultimately win the Alabama starting quarterback job. Sitting down with On3 Sports, he said Ty Simpson, he thinks, is going to win that job. The former five-star prospect entering his redshirt freshman year with the Tide, competing with Tyler Buckner and Jalen Milroe. So Greg McElroy, his prediction, he is going with Ty Simpson. He thinks that who is going to win the job. But he said Milroe's turnover issues. He had 5 of them last year, and Buckner being late to the party is why he's picking Ty Simpson. And there you have it. That is the latest news going on here following day 3 from SEC Media Days in Nashville. Thank you guys so much for making Locked On SEC your first listen every day. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Dallas Turner, the stud defensive outside linebacker for the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's coming your way in just a sec. And I want to remind you that this episode is presented to you by our friends over at LinkedIn Jobs. Look, these days, every new potential hire can make it feel like a high-stakes wager for your small business. You want to be 100% certain that you have access to the best qualified candidates out there. That's why you have to go check out LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn Jobs helping you find the right people for your team faster and for free. It's super easy to set up. Just go to their website, you add your job and the purple hashtag hiring frame to your LinkedIn profile to spread the word that you're hiring. And then they got some simple tools on there like screening questions. That's going to make it easy for you to focus on the candidates with just the right skills that you're looking for so you can quickly prioritize who you want to interview and hire. It's why small businesses rate LinkedIn Jobs #1 in delivering quality hires versus leading competitors. LinkedIn Jobs, helping you find the qualified candidates you want to talk to faster. Go post your job for free at linkedin.com/LockedOnCollege. Website's right there. That's linkedin.com/LockedOnCollege. Go post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Pleasure now to be joined by an Alabama member of the Alabama Crimson Tide, one of the big names out there. He is Dallas Turner, sitting down with us. What's going on, man? You having some fun doing this?
Yeah, man, just enjoying the time, having fun, enjoying the process.
It's always fun to catch up with you guys because, man, the expectations are always high at Alabama. And it's so funny when we're talking about, 2 losses last year, man, like people asking what's wrong with Alabama and that kind of stuff. It's just, it's that level of excellence that you guys strive for, right?
Yeah, that is true. That is very much true. But, it's a new season, new opportunities, new goals. So, all we can do is just look for it.
What was last season like for you? Obviously, playing alongside Will and all the big dogs up front. But what was last season like for you individually?
I mean, I feel like I learned a lot individually, on the field and off the field, just understanding the game of football a lot more, understanding a lot of defensive concepts, just building my intelligence of the game.
What was different, at least, new coordinator, new, different things? What did Kevin Steele bring so far, at least through the spring?
I mean, you could tell that he's a guy that he wants to bring the standard back for sure. But, he's a guy that also he knows what he's doing. He has a lot of experience, especially at the University of Alabama, being there multiple times and being under Coach Saban as well. And, he's a guy that you could be very comfortable with. He's a very good defensive coordinator. He's good at what he does.
We know, Alabama loves to be aggressive, loves to get after it. Was there a little bit just throughout the spring? Did you see a little bit more aggressiveness? Because watching the spring game, it looked like there were way more blitzes and getting after it.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that it has been a lot more blitzing on the defensive side. But, we always emphasize on being aggressive, just doing what we do best and fly around and hit people. We always try to emphasize that every single year. I feel like the guys took it to took it to heart a little bit when they started to hear people call them soft and just not it no more. So I guess they felt some type of way about that, and they showed on the spring game what they could do.
I talked to Will a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, he got drafted by the Houston Texans, and he told me that he had to deal with some things individually last year because he was drawing some double teams and things like that. How much does that play in your mind this year? Of you might draw some double teams, and people may be game planning around you.
I mean, yeah, you'll be surprised, but like I was getting double teamed too a lot last year as well. So I kind of have an experience of what it's going to be like. But I'm ready for the challenge, ready to embrace it all. Just ready to learn how to beat the double team.
Let me give me an idea of what you got on the defense guys around you, because it's some guys who maybe some inexperienced guys, but some guys that are ready for that big moment.
I mean, you got newcomers I wouldn't really consider him a newcomer, but he has a lot of big shoes to fill. Deontay Lawson, the middle linebacker, he's been doing a lot of good things over the summer. Been doing a lot of working hard, showing a lot of leader emphasis, just being consistent in what he does, running around, flying around, making plays, and, just being starting to be more of a vocal leader in that locker room, taking a role as a middle linebacker, having to make checks and all type of stuff like that. So, yeah, it's good to see him grow for sure.
You're here with your cohort, Kool-Aid McKinstry. How good is to have him back there in that backfield, and seeing some of those guys in the spring game? Earl Little, obviously Malachi back. Yeah. You got some dogs back there.
Yeah, we definitely do have some dogs. Me and Kool have been playing since we was freshmen. So just seeing him grow, him seeing me grow has been it has been a lot of good things for sure. And just seeing him do his thing is it's like art. You got guys like Earl Little. Me and Earl knew each other since we was about 9 years old. So I knew him for a very long time. We're best of his friends. But it's a lot of upside of Earl Little as well. Very, very tenacious, very quick, witty, fast, twitchy, slot cornerback. You can put him at safety, corner, in the slot, in the box, wherever you need to put him at. But he gonna make plays wherever you put him at for sure.
You had instant success as a freshman there. How hard was that adjusting, going from high school to college, and how different was it at Alabama, them getting you in line and making that adjustment?
It was very difficult at first, but once I got, it was like learning how to ride a bike. Because once you start, it's hard to forget how to ride a bike. So once I got the hang of things and stuff like that, things just started progressing very faster and faster and faster.
Anything surprise you at going to Alabama? Like, wow, this. Everybody says it's run like a pro model almost.
Oh yeah, I was surprised of how it's no break. It's full go. It's always full go. I thought it was going to be a little bit of free time, like a lot of downtime. No, it's not. You will always be working out. You always doing something. But, it benefits you, though.
Yeah.
And I knew what I was getting myself into before I signed that national letter of intent. But, I embrace everything. I love being here at the University of Alabama. All we do is work. We work very hard day in, day out, and we stay consistent and we grind.
What'd you make of the offense? Obviously, Jace McClellan opened some eyes in the spring, but y'all got a lot of good dudes on offense.
Yeah, we got a lot of young guys coming in. Guys like Justice Haynes, Jamarian Miller, Isaiah Bond, Kobe Prentice, guys like that. We got Malik Benson coming in, but we got a lot of new hungry guys too. A lot of new guys that are hungry. They're ready to go out there and compete and make a lot of big plays and stuff like that. And that's gonna be a lot of the guys that we're gonna need during this upseason.
Seems like the offensive line is going to be a big strength this year. Obviously, it's anchored by J.C. Latham, but so many, Darian Dalcourt, Seth McLaughlin, all these good dudes. What did you see from the O-line?
The O-line they progress every season since I've been here. But the O-line, they're gonna do what the O-line does. The chemistry that they have on the front five, it's amazing. You don't see that at no other position. The chemistry that they have, they got to communicate. They're very intelligent too. A lot of people sleep on their intelligence. You got guys like Seth McLaughlin and Darian Dalcourt that could, know what the defense is in just one glance, looking up. And so, having guys like that, the offensive line, it's a very big advantage.
What when you're not playing football, what's Dallas Turner doing? Are you a movie guy? What are you doing?
Playing video games.
What game?
Madden and NBA 2K.
Okay, I got on the 2K. I do the Ultimate Team thing.
All right,
it's pretty cool.
All right, I know a little something about that.
One more quick one for you. What are you going to miss most from Will Anderson? At least being there with you.
Just off the field stuff. Me and Will, that's the guy I could always just sit there and laugh with him about anything. That's my guy for real. We always have a good time, no matter if we on the field or off the field. Sometimes you might catch us laughing at each other on the field. So after making the play, we might get up laughing, and it's never a dull moment with Williams.
He's got all the Texans, the Texans are former Alabama guys. What's going on
that
there?
Is big. You got guys like Christian Harris, Henry Toto, like that.
John Mechie,
D'Amico at the head coach, like, that's greatness right there. That's Alabama, Alabama NFL, Alabama NFL.
He is Dallas Turner. Thanks so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Sure.
Thanks, man.
All right.
All right, rolling along here from SEC Media Days, and a pleasure now to be catching up with an Arkansas Razorback, one of the guys coming back who had a monster year last year. He is Raheim Rocket Sanders. Can I call you Rocket? Is that okay?
Yeah, Rocket, yeah.
All right. What, man, last year, what a season you had. I know ultimately you want to win as many games as possible, but were you paying attention at all to you and Quinshawn's numbers throughout the year? Because y'all were kind of jockeying for, leading rusher in the SEC. Do you pay attention to that while you're in the season?
Nah, but, internet, whenever you look on internet, it's on internet. But no, I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about myself and my team.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I mean, you've gotten better and better in your time there, but man, you had some monster games last year. Take me back to that Ole Miss game. What was working that day? Really,
I was a little bit frustrated going into it just because I wasn't as patient as I usually be. You know what I mean? And with having KJ next to me and my running back coach is just saying, be patient. It's going to be there. You know what I mean? The game not over. So I just let the game come to me, you know what I mean, and start being patient and start using my hose and start trusting it, you know what I mean, just trusting it more. So I feel like that game I was trusting it more and just being patient, and the game came to me.
As we look ahead to this season, you guys, you go dip into the transfer portal. You get a lot of different pieces coming in. We had Ty Crawford on the show a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. He said the competition on offensive line has been heating up. What did you see from the offensive line in the spring?
I'll say main thing that helped me out as a running back is by them talking. I feel like that's going to be a key thing this year, just pass protection, so the quarterback can sit in the pocket a little longer than usual. But I feel like talking-wise, I feel like they yelling out people who they got, and that's helping us so we can get out on our routes as well.
And those are your guys that set the tone. I mean, you get the ball, and they're building that wall for you, right?
Oh, yeah, but like just with like I said, it's helping us get out on pass pro whenever our guy don't come, because, of course, we the check down guy as well.
Yeah. What KJ coming back, how big is that? And what did you like about Dan Enos and some of the things he brought in this spring?
I feel like he making KJ trust him more, you know what I mean? And he becoming a leader day by day. And I feel like KJ know his plays and learning more, learning faster. But I feel like he's not just going to be a running quarterback like everybody think he is or what he was last year. But I feel like he's going to put more sauce in his game, and that's going to be passing and reading. And I definitely blessed to have him by my side.
Y'all added a bunch of new receivers as well. Anybody stand out to you throughout the spring so far?
I say all of them guys good, but I feel like Andrew, great guy.
Armstrong.
Yeah, great guy. Tesla, he's freaking. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I definitely say he athletic, man. That's just drill work. He quiet. Bryce, he ain't a new guy, but Bryce. But just them guys and the new guys that came in is putting their work.
Is it fair to say? I mean, when Traylon was ridiculous for you guys, but after he left, it was just y'all had a good passing game last year, but you were missing some of those explosive plays. You feel like you got some of those guys this year?
Yeah, I definitely say we got that this year, and I feel like with last year, it was just we had good receivers, man. It's just trying to get the ball out there or whatnot. But we're not focused on what happened last year. Yeah. So this year, I feel like it's gonna be our year, and the goal, the sky's the limit, really.
There were good positives on the defense coming out of the spring. Obviously, last season there were some ups and downs, but a very improved defense, it sounds like, coming into this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely with the new guys that came in, with the D-line, with the safeties, and just with the corners, with the whole defense bringing a lot of energy. And I feel like with a lot of energy, the sky's the limit.
All right, who else is back there making some noise in the backfield there with you? I know AJ's been around a little bit. Who are some other guys who might be making some noise?
And on offensive side of the ball, running back wise?
Yeah, running back.
Oh, yeah. I definitely say Dom as well. And, with Dom being hurt, he feel like he's still there. He's present. You know what I mean? He's being a leader. Great guy just outside of football and on the field. But I feel like he helping me with the plays now. And like I said, he feel like he there. He definitely, his presence is there for real. His presence is there.
What's the thought on Coach Sam Pittman? I know every time I talk to an Arkansas guy, how much love they have for Coach Pitt and what he brings. But what's your relationship like with Coach Pittman?
Great guy, you know what I mean? And he talks to me about life, you know what I mean? Just having a coach asking about your family, how they doing or whatnot. I feel like that's the key thing, because you don't know what the next guy going through, you know what I mean? And just he always making sure we good mentally, you know what I mean? And just always checking up on me with like our relationship pretty good, you know.
And it helps that your head coach just a little bit of a specialist with the offensive line, so he's taking care of the guys in front of you, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just because he was at Georgia, he was offensive line, so offensive line coach there. So yeah, he definitely taking care of the front.
All right, let's talk outside of football. When you're not playing football, what's Rocket doing?
I'm chilling, man. You know, if I'm not visiting my son, I'm chilling. You know, just. I actually got on the game and started being a game guy. But
yeah. What are you, PS5?
Yeah, PS5. I do PS5. Yep.
What game?
Call of Duty. I like that duty. Yeah, that duty. All and then I like that 2K.
What's your gamer tag?
Gamer tag is what did I look? You think I changed it for real?
Okay.
Did I change it? It's Heem having it.
5. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Heem having it 5.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I do NBA 2K. I haven't done Call of Duty, but I know a lot of people get into that.
Yeah, so like really, I was gonna wait till the next 2K come out because everybody got to start down to 60.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I just got on it a little quicker and I'm loving it.
What about movies? Are you a Netflix guy?
Oh yeah, I'll really say YouTube guy. So I like watching funny videos. Like if you probably never heard of Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy, he's a funny guy. He's funny.
He was doing a tour not too long ago.
He did a couple tours. He's a great guy. He's funny. Yeah, he's funny. He's definitely one of the top guys with me.
I like to have panic attacks and watch videos of people climbing up like tall buildings and stuff. They give me like anxiety to the fullest.
See, I can't watch. I can't watch that.
But it's a wormhole. You go down on YouTube. You can't stop watching.
Man.
Oof. All right. Last thing for you. What are you most looking forward to this season?
You know, just being just better than last year, you know what I mean? Just having a better season than last year. You know, we have goals as a team. I got self-goals. But we're just worrying about the first game right now, you know, and just preparing for what's in front of us, and that's fall camp.
Looking forward to it. Rocket, best of luck to you, man.
Yes, sir.
I hope you have another fantastic year, and hope your team makes a lot of noise, man. It's going to be fun to watch you guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Rocket Sanders. More right after this. All right, thanks again to Rocket Sanders and Dallas Turner for sitting down with us from SEC Media Days. That is a wrap on everything that happened day 3. We got you one more day here. We'll recap everything that happens on day 4 from SEC Media Days. Have some more players we'll sit down with and bring you those interviews as well. This has been Locked On SEC. I'm Chris Gordy. Thank you guys so much for making us your first listen every day. And shout out to our everydayers. Keep coming back and checking us out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. You guys have a great day. Talk to you guys tomorrow.